All right, so here he is, MMA's human highlight film, Edson Jr. Barboza. When he knocked out Terry Edom with that wheel kick in UFC 142, I thought the arena was going to crumble to the ground. I have never felt an arena shake like that before, and it's been one highlight after the next for Barboza ever since.
And that highlight, that kick will be shown long after Edson Barboza is done fighting. It's one of those things that will stand the test of time. And it's because he's able to set things up in so many different ways, from the body kicks to the leg kicks to the great hands. That's why Terry Edom didn't see that. There's no windup to anything that Edson Barboza ever does. He's one of the most brutalizing strikers that we've ever seen step foot in the octagon.
And the only thing that has eluded him, of course, is a UFC title. Let's see if he can move towards that goal with another win here tonight. Well, relative to his profile, Movsar Evloev may be the best fighter in the world that you've never heard of. Thankfully, you're playing with him here tonight. This is one of the best featherweights, if not pound-for-pound fighters in the world. And if I was to have to compete in an MMA round, this is the last guy I would want to be in there with. Absolutely suffocating, one of the best cardiovascular bases in the game. Outstanding grappling and wrestling, the emerging striking as well. And even when he was tested against Diego Lopez at UFC 288, Evloev still was able to rise to the occasion. Outstanding submission, defense, heart, championship medal. DC, I could go on, but the fight's almost upon us. Well, so much UFC history has played out here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Plenty more where that came from tonight. The athletes are ready to go. Our tail of the tape for this featherweight championship fight. All right, here now the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Featherweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Edson Jr. Barboza. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Featherweight Champion of the world, Movsar Evloev.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready.
Well, for all the places we go in the world, few can hold up to this one. Good evening from T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Opened April of 2016. UFC went there for the first time at UFC 200, and they've been bringing big shows seemingly every other month ever since.
They call Vegas the fight capital of the world. And if you're talking about a home base for the UFC, you're talking about T-Mobile Arena, home to some of the biggest UFC events ever. UFC 200. Conor McGregor versus Khabib Nurmagomedov. Great timing on that double leg.
All right, close guard now. You got to be careful, though. He's got a lot of submissions off his back. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
Evloev's back in side control. Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Movsar Evloev. Oh, and there's another ground strike for good measure. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. All right, working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here.
Oh, nice. Getting him out here.
Just over 2 minutes now to go. The ground strikes continue to pile up. Evloev's back in full mount.
I mean, at this point, you just have to do something. You know, you have to maybe start trying to pull guard, grab him, pull him into you to try to change it and get him in your realm where you have the advantage.
Well, we'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here. Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Movsar Evloev.
And there you go, again, half guard.
Barboza getting touched here repeatedly with these ground and pound strikes from the top. Referee's not going to bail you out. 45 seconds to go here in round one.
Massive shot from the top.
And there it is, another strike gets through on the ground. Oh, what do we got here? Looks like an arm triangle attempt. Oh, that arm triangle's wicked tight.
He's starting to get it in very deep.
Oh, he's got the knee on the belly. Could be trouble defensively. Oh!
He did a great job of reversing the position, using the opening that his opponent gave him to shut him off and get back up.
All right, take a seat. Deep breath. Breathe. Take a drink. All right, here we go. Listen, you're doing absolutely awesome. I want you to punch.
All right, a lot of high-level striking action in that last round. Daniel, take us through it, if you will.
Tit for tat. Who has the best chin? It seemed as though they were looking for that answer. Both guys took risk. What a fantastic round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we are, early round two. Oh, picture-perfect shot there, DC, and one more of those, he might be out.
I mean, the fight is going to be over. I can't believe he's still standing. That shot landed perfect. Oh, nice level change. Great job landing the strike from his back. Yep, got to be very careful there.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Movsar Evloev. Now potentially working on a submission instead. Oh, looks like he's got that arm pin in the triangle now.
Work. Come on, let's stand up.
Working on Ezekiel choke, and he somehow gets out.
He just had to stay patient. It's so unfamiliar. If you panic, you're going to get submitted. He didn't panic.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Evloev.
He's got to be careful here.
Pretty good head movement. He's avoiding a lot of these ground strikes. All right, well, he's got him softened up here. Well, on paper, it looked like a grappling advantage for him coming in, and largely, DC, that's the way it's played out. The takedowns, the ground control, he's got it all going tonight.
He's got it all going, J.A. This is a dream for him. The takedown early, the ground control, really starting to wear at the gas tank of his opponent.
Oh, crowd just loving it as the fighters, after an extended grappling battle, make their way back to the field.
Yeah, they're back on their feet. They spent a lot of energy on the ground, though. These guys were going back and forth on the ground, and ultimately, he's gotten back to his feet and given himself an opportunity.
Well, he was a little bit lackluster in round one. You can't say the same here in this second round. He has really picked up the pace, an uptick in the aggression and the output, and starting to find his range here in the pocket.
Great block there.
Under a minute to go in round two. Closes the gap and gets the single collar tie.
This might be the biggest shot of this entire fight. He landed a massive hook to put his opponent on wobbly legs. Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Evloev's going for a choke. Ooh, this could be it. That thing is tight.
That arm triangle is deep.
Oh, he escapes.
He got out. I mean, wow, that is great submission defense.
Take a seat. Breathe. All right? With me? Good. Listen, you got clipped that round. Not a big deal. You're going to be okay. I want you to go back out this way.
All right, there's the end of the round, so it was a huge strike to the head that stunned his opponent and nearly got him out of there.
Yeah, that was a big moment. A big strike lands, his opponent's on wobbly legs. That is exactly what you want to see as you're walking back to your stool. Your opponent staggering back to his corner and being hopeful that he can get it back together before the start of the next round.
Round 3 of a possible 5. Well, just as he got a huge strike lands there, DC.
He landed that massive shot. Now he needs to try to find the next shot, follow-up shot, that will finish the fight.
And his chin been tested early. And mixes in a takedown. Why not? Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by Edson Jr. Barboza. Oh, you gotta love the ground and pound strikes here. Nice positional control here. Ooh, good movement to avoid that strike from the top. Bottom fighter better move.
Yeah, he's got to move, John. He's got to shrimp and try to either get up or pull his opponent back into him so he doesn't have the posture to land that big damage.
Good work from the top here by Evloev. All right, so there it is again. He's been very efficient with his ground and pound striking game tonight.
And now they're starting to pile. He's starting to pile them together. Punch after punch start to land from the top position.
All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Good fight here, under 2 to go. Evloev's back in half row. Lands the grounded pound strike here. These ground strikes really started to add up. There's another one. All right, operating inside the closed guard now. Evloev going to work here from guard. Nice combination there. Everything he throws is with fight-ending intentions. Oh, the ground and pound is there. And there it is, another strike on the ground, gets through. Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top. Oh, big pop from the crowd as they get back to their feet after a pretty scintillating grappling battle there on the ground.
Well, it's an educated crowd, John. They appreciated all the grappling exchanges and how skilled both of these men are.
Going to the leg kick now, and it's there. Nice job by Edson Jr. Barboza.
Man, he has a great double leg. My goodness, he has a great double leg.
All right, take a seat. Relaxa. Respira. Look, you're being overly aggressive right now, okay? You're being way too hyper on this fight. I need you to calm down.
Well, what a round it was, especially from a striking standpoint. DC, take us through it.
High-level striking. I mean, this is what people come through the doors to see. Two men stand on a quarter, chest to chest, forehead to forehead, and let it all fly. I'm surprised nobody went out, but it does excite me for the next round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Fourth round now, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, here we go, fourth round of a possible 5. And this is the time where fighters are really tested, right? Dig deep, lean on the heart. We'll see who has the upper.
You feel pretty good in round number 5.
There, somehow, his his opponent stayed upright.
I mean, he's still on his feet, but he's not up by much.
Well, I'm no fighter, but if I rock a guy to that extent, I feel like I'm closing the show.
Absolutely. You gotta go close the show if you get a guy hurt that bad. You cannot back off and take your time. He's ripe for the picking. Go and pick the fruit.
All right, he's got him in the north-south position now, DC. We'll see if the crowd can be mature about this.
Yes, they have to be concerned about the fact that this is a real fighting position, and the guy on top has a lot of opportunities to finish. If he's going to attack this north-south choke, he's got to drive that shoulder deep into his neck, really start to sink his weight away, which will in turn cut the oxygen from his opponent, allowing him to get the finish.
Evloev has got full mount now.
This is a terrible position.
Good movement defensively here on the ground by Barboza. Print the shirts, ground and pound. Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. Evloev, ground and pound from half guard now. Let's see if he can do some damage. What a strike from off of his back. All right, so he gets back to his feet after that extended battle on the ground, and the crowd is loving it.
The crowd's going crazy because they appreciate high-level mixed martial arts, and that's exactly what you just got. That's one of those shots that if you take one of them, in the night that one landed right on the spot.
Crowd continues to sway with every huge shot being landed. Back and forth we go.
This is such a crazy fight.
Oh, nice crisp short elbow there. Well, he's mixing it up beautifully tonight, and there it is again. Nicely done as he kicks the thigh, and some redness now starting to develop.
Redness starting to show. His opponent needs to address this now before it gets so far down the line that he's playing catch-up.
20 seconds to go.
Nice stick to the body. Way to mix up the target.
All right, they separate now. We'll see who can get off in space. Horn sounds for the end of round 4. All right, there's the end of the round. I'm looking over to my left, UFC President Dana White. I think he's making out the bonus check right now. Incredible back and forth action.
Sign the check, boss. These two young men deserve $50,000. Hell, let's give them each $100,000 for the performance that they just put on in one round. Both were hurt. Both were able to withstand the punishment, and I can't wait until the next round gets started.
All right, so there's the horn signifying the end of the round. A stunner there with the head strike midway through. Nearly got him out of there for good.
Almost got him out of there. He hurt him badly. He had his opponent hurt real bad. Now his opponent's walking back to his corner. Everybody looks confused. They don't know what they're supposed to do to try to change the way that this fight is going.
Huge connection by him there.
He needs to get on his bicycle, John. He needs to get into space so that he doesn't get finished.
Nice short uppercut in the clinch by Movsar Evloev. All right, so another strike targeting the fighter's thigh. That strike blocked by Barboza. Just misses with a left hook there.
He cut him. He cut him. So many ground strikes landed that eventually he got him cut.
Just over 3 minutes now to go in the fight.
In the half guard, big ground and pound.
Landing strikes nicely here from top position. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through.
Now he's going full mount.
Barboza's in half guard. Oh, big shots from the top. These ground strikes are starting to add up.
Oh, he's going triangle here.
Ooh, arm triangle's in tight.
It's getting in very tight.
He's gonna go to sleep. It's over. You need to work on this position.
Oh, he gets out.
He was able to get his momentum going back towards his opponent, then back in the opposite direction to get his hips, back, and his chest down towards the mat.
And you just spilled your popcorn all over the broadcast
absolutely
table.
did, John. You know I love popcorn.
This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, it is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this energy, trying to hold the guy down. I mean, no takedown is not fought. No reversal is not fought. Everything they're doing is fought to the very last minute before it gets given up.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Movsar Evloev. Oh, staying busy from top position. He lands another ground strike there. Back mount now. Oh, what a finish to this one as we go the full 25 minutes. Stand and cheer, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so a competitive title fight tonight, Daniel, as many expected. 25 minutes, not enough to determine a winner. Slight lean to the champion, or what?
I do believe he's still champion, but that's why he's the champion. Because when the challenges are the biggest, he usually will step up.
All right, the official decision is now in. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 49-46, 50-45, and 49-46. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Movsar Evloev!
All right, so they go the full 25 minutes, but in the end, the champion goes out the way he came in. Still the hunted at 145 pounds. Congratulations to the still undisputed UFC